Okay, so just want to say congratulations on finishing this course. You're almost done. This is kind of a bonus on how to get your videos created professionally. So once you understand what needs to be included in each and every one of these individual videos, then don't worry about the next step. We're not going to assume that you know how to create videos. So we're going to talk about how to get it created. So in this video, you're going to learn tips and tricks on how to get your videos created either by yourself or a professional. Now, I have to warn you, if you're trying to get it done by yourself, I will say that you don't want to make a video that looks like crap, because if that's the first impression that you give your customers, then they are not going to buy from you. So these 4 videos have to be the best quality videos. Now, I realize that some of you are very creative and some of you have sort of a director type mindset. And if that's you, then I will point you to some softwares that you can use to create these videos. But if that is not you, like the most of us, then I will show you how to get it created by a professional. Now, I'm going to show you some secrets on different ranges, different budget types. If you've got a low budget, if you've got a higher budget and you want to go all out and you want to get the most professional video and you want to know how to do that and how to find the right professional, we'll point you that direction. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so let's start with the best looking, most professional, but the most expensive budget. Now, you might be asking why in the world we are at a wedding website. Well, I'm going to tell you, the best videographers in our experience typically are those who create videos for weddings. And here's the reason why. We've hired a lot of videographers over the years, and we found that the ones that typically are the most anal at their work are wedding videographers. I'm not generalizing here. There's a lot of really good videographers out there. But the reason why what we found and what we've discovered is because if you're aware of you've had a wedding before or you've been to a wedding, you know that they are very, very, very particular about getting everything right. So that puts a lot of pressure on the wedding photographer or the wedding videographer. And typically they are just really, really good. They're able to see different angles. They have to do it really fast. And typically they're very experienced. I'm not saying that for everybody, but what we've discovered that to be true. Now, of course, this is going to be the best quality and professional for you if you're trying to do a live talking head type video, meaning you are talking in front of a video. Now, the reason why we say hire a professional is because learning the ins and outs, buying the camera, buying the equipment, and all of that can run you into the ground. And then that doesn't include trying to learn the equipment, trying to learn the audio, and all of that. So take it from our word, from our experience, that that is the case here. So one site is called weddingwire.com. And if you go up here and you can actually go to weddingwire.com/wedding-videographers. And if you go to here, you'll actually be able to search for videography based on your zip code. Now, I will warn you, of course, it's going to be a lot more expensive. We're talking about a couple grand here. Now, it's going to save you a lot of headaches. And a lot of times people think, well, I'd rather go the cheap way. And that's totally fine if you want to go the cheap way. Just be aware you're going to have to spend more time and money. Now, if you don't want to do a live talking head type video and you want to do maybe an explainer video, you can do that as well. There's a site called Animatron. So if this is you and you want to create videos yourself, and you're not super creative, but you want access to a marketplace filled with hundreds of pre-animated graphics and pre-animated sets that you can use for your videos, your 4 videos, then Animatron is good. There's a lot more out there that you can take a look at as well. But as you can see here, you can create these kind of cartoon-like whiteboard type videos. And you could do that if you want to do it yourself. Now, personally, we recommend that you use live people because there have been studies and psychology studies that show that when other people can see a real human being talking directly to them who is smiling, a lot of times that will actually help your conversions. Now, if that's the case, you can also mix and match, meaning you can mix a video spokesperson with a video like this. So you might have seen videos where people are speaking and then it switches to kind of like a cartoon animation, and then it switches back to the person, back to the animation, and back and forth and back and forth. So you can do something like that if you don't want to hire a wedding videographer. And by doing it this way, you'll probably save a couple $1,000s, but you are relying purely on your own creativity. A really cheap place that you can go to get video spokespersons is Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr.com. If you go to the top, you search for video spokesperson, as you can see here. And then what you want to do is you want to pick and choose somebody that looks like your demographic. So if your demographic is 98% women, then you're going to want to choose a woman. If it's 98% men, you might want to choose a male. So that's why if you have 98% women, you do not want to choose a man because it's not relatable. They want to feel like they can trust you. And they can trust you when they hear your story, the motivational part, and they feel like you have gone through their suffering, essentially. So as you can see here, you can literally get, just by paying $5 to up to sometimes $50, you can get somebody, depending on how long your videos are, you can get them created for fairly cheap. But by doing this, you will need to kind of mix and match this with some animated video. Now, another site you can go to is Envato Studio. And to get there, you go to studio.envato.com. That's studio.envato.com. This is a great place to go to if you want to hire creatives, people who are videographers, video editors of all sorts, animators, all different types of people. So if we type here, video, you can see there's 235 services found. We've actually used Envato and had really good results from it. Now, be careful. A lot of these say things like, we'll customize an After Effects template. What you're looking for is a explainer video. So maybe we'll narrow that down a little bit further and we'll type in explainer video. Explainer video is a simple term for a promotional video or a sales video. Now, as you can see here, don't just go for the price. Look for somebody who has really good experience. So make sure you take a look at the videos that they have created for other people and see if that actually measures up to your audience. So if you're talking to, let's say, 98% really professional women, then you may not want to choose something like this. You may want to choose something a little bit more professional. But if it's a laid-back environment, you may want to choose something more laid back. And you'll see explainer videos work really well, especially for a lot of online services. And the reason why a lot of explainer videos work is because they are cartoons. They typically will take down the defense guard that people will raise, especially when they think that you're about to sell them. So explainer videos are cartoon based, so they bring people back psychologically to sort of a child's state of mind where they've watched cartoons. So it's a great defense breaking mechanism. Of course, last but not least, if you are super creative and super technical and technical savvy type person, then Adobe Premiere is a really good software. But I don't recommend this unless you're someone who is highly technical, like I said, and can learn how to use it, because there is, unfortunately, a big learning curve. There's a big misconception that people have that, oh, if I have the tool, then I'll be able to create the end product. Not necessarily. You have to have the creativity and all that. So that's why I say, number one, hire a wedding videographer if possible. And if not, if you want to do it yourself, then totally fine. You can save a couple grand and probably spend a couple $100, but then again, you're going to spend probably a lot of time. You're going to spend probably about a few weeks at minimum. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed that. And like I said, live video is the best, but then mixing it together with some animations as well is great as well. So congratulations for reaching the end of this video course. I hope you enjoyed this course, and just make sure that you take action.